mini breaks throughout your day. Good morning to you, Jenny.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's always nice to have you here. It gives us a break to be mindful, kind of take a inventory of how the day is going and how we want the day to go. And how you start the day kind of really sets the tone. So that's a good time to kind of start this practice.
It is, yeah. When we're so busy, we don't want to think of doing that one more thing, you know. So mindfulness, we could just kind of want to integrate it into what we're already doing, because we already have way too many things to do anyway. So in the morning when you first get up, you know, when you're brushing your teeth or just even sitting up out of bed, you can just sit there and take a couple of breaths and just take that moment to slow things down and not be like the flight of the bumblebee, you know, rushing
as soon as you get out of bed.
right? Just running out, although the dogs may need to go out or things like that, but just have that, take that couple of moments.
Yeah, and like you said, it doesn't have to be, you know, 5-10 minutes. It's just 3 deep breaths to really center yourself, ground yourself, and then start the day.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And so the next thing that you suggested was something that a lot of people already do while they're having their morning cup of coffee. Stop and pause and enjoy your coffee.
Yes, a lot of times, you know, when we're eating or we're drinking, we're just in that, we just snarf it down, right? You know, if you don't take the time to really slow it down, you can't really enjoy it. So your morning coffee, your morning tea, your morning water, whatever it might be, just having that time to actually just savor the taste of it. You know, everybody thinks there's no taste to water. I'm like, but try it, find out, see if there is. Some waters is different. I like my water at home, but when I go to my parents' house, I don't like their water. I don't.
I think you've got something there. I think there are different flavors of water.
Right.
And some you enjoy more, some you enjoy less. But I think water is such a big thing. Everyone's, you know, carrying around water bottles. And a lot of times it's just, you know, get all the water in that you can every day. At least that's how it is for me, because I know I'm never drinking enough. Yeah. But to really stop and like, okay, the water is cold this morning, and you know, and be, you know, grateful about that. I'm lucky to have some nice cold water with me.
Yeah, just how it feels going in your mouth and swallowing it and taking that process, because how many times do we actually slow that down and think about it, what it feels like in our mouth and going down our throat and things like that too.
Yeah. And this next step, or this next tip that you have for people, I like it because it kind of incorporates, gets you up and moving a little bit. And that's what I like. You say go for just a short walk throughout the day.
Just a little walk. And sometimes if you don't have time to get outside and go just a short little block, concentrate on just walking to the bathroom. When we're always getting up and moving around and doing something, going to the printer to get a handout, you know, whatever, we're at work, at school, going from class to class, things like that. We are always walking at some point. So whether it's actually taking time for a walk, or when we are walking, we're slowing down and just feeling what it feels like each step.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like you said, you know, when you're rushing to get that piece of paper off the printer or rushing to a meeting, you're trying to stay 5 steps ahead.
Correct.
And if you can stay present in that moment, and you might notice something you've never noticed before about your office or the neighborhood that you're in.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you got your fancy shoes on and you actually hear that click of them walking down the hallway. Whoa, that's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the next thing that you have on the list is to practice eating with gratitude. Tell me what you mean by that.
Yeah, I mean, when there's a cause for everything in life, and when we have food on the table, there's been somebody who's invested into something to have that product be made, whether it's milk, whether it's meat, things like that. So we can be grateful and show the thanks that we have that on our table, and thankful for their investments of their time or their work or their efforts to bring that product so we can enjoy it and consume it. So gratefulness can be about our life, but it can also be about things that are right in front of us. And when we're trying to incorporate mindfulness in a busy day, having something right there in front of us is a little easier to do.
Absolutely. And then the last thing, right before we go to bed, you say slow down.
Yeah, so many times we get those racing thoughts and we're thinking about the next day, that 10 steps ahead of us again, and then we can't, oh no, there went an hour. Oh no, now I'm really going to be tired. The morning's really going to suck the next day. And we get ahead of ourselves so much. So it's just to take those 3 to 5 minutes and just breathe, concentrate on what it's like sitting in your bed, not laying in your bed yet, and just slowing things down, like pump the brakes, slow the roll.
Absolutely. I think that is a good tip. That was absolutely me last night. So could have used that yesterday, but now I'm going to try it again tonight.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Jenny, for joining us.